We're back with the next match. It's going to be the Pittsburg Celesteela versus the Bethlehem Braviaries. This time, we're also going to be joined by North Korean nose pass leader, Big Pugs. How you doing?
How we living, boys?
Last time we saw you, it was the interview with me, Zazo, and yourself. Now you're back to give your insight on these playoff matches. How do you feel about this matchup?
So, going into this matchup, I actually didn't know Pat pivoted into complete rain. I just hadn't really checked the rosters like that. Seeing it seems pretty stock standard. I'm not really surprised by anything that I'm going through. I was the one who did recommend the Lapras on his roster at one point this season, so I hope we can see the Lapras come here because I just like seeing mods that I like. Beyond that, I mean, pretty stock standard rain, heavy pivot based, a lot of breaking. It's rain to me, I think, kind of becomes a puzzle where you kind of have to break the pieces down one to one, and it's kind of like Stall in a way, where once you take out the big rain, the pieces you need, the team kind of falls apart. So I would say it's kind of more on Luke to make the whatever Luke is bringing to make the issue happen here, because we know everything that's coming. We know the Swampert, we know the rain. It is the team it is, and we'll see if Luke can beat this wet skill check.
Bethlehem Braviaries, back-to-back champions, having a bit of a hard time in this season. 12-10 on the record. That's kind of crazy. With a 16 differential, he's going to be on the 8th seed. His Pokemon team, let's look at it. As Big Pug said, he's pivoted into something we've never seen before out of Bethlehem Braviaries, into full rain. Mega Swampert, Ferrothorn, Serena, Omastar, Lapras, Barraskewda, Thundurus, Therian, Politoed, Ludicolo, and Beartick. What do you feel about this team, Trevor?
I mean, yeah, just kind of like Big Pug said, it's got all the sort of rain core you'd expect to see. You got a couple Swift Swim options there between Ludicolo, the Omastar, as well as the Mega Swampert being the most deadly of them, and Barraskewda, already as fast as humanly possible, but now it's going to double that, so you can't even outscarf it at this point. Still having the defensive core of the Ferrothorn, and also having appropriate electric switch-ins in the form of the Thundurus Therian. It's kind of what you expect. I don't think it's going to surprise you, but at the end of the day, if you can't outplay it, you will lose, because a good player playing a team like Rain, you're going to have to skill check them, or else it's probably not going to work for you.
Pittsburg Celesteela, also 12-10. He's going to take the 9th seed position with a 3 differential. His team, let's look at it. It's going to be Blaziken, Ninetales Alola, Vaporeon, Golbat, Dugtrio Alola, Superior, Salamence, Magneton, Runerigus, and Rufflet. What do you feel about this team, Trevor?
I mean, yeah, looking at it, you got the Fire, Water, Grass core, right? That's clearly what he's going for. But at the end of the day, I think the coolest thing about this team is he has 3 deadly late-game cleaners. And if you fuck up at any point and let one of them get it +1, +2, you're kind of donezo, right? You got the Speed Boost Blaziken, the Dragon Dance Salamence, possibly with Moxie to make it even more threatening, and then also the Contrary Leaf Storm Superior we're also used to seeing. So I think throughout the season, and I know this is sort of a late season pivot, he was sort of experimenting with different things, looking at the Hydreigon for a while. I know he was interested in the Aegislash, couldn't quite make it work. But I like this because all he has to do is play the game well enough to enable one of his 3 sweepers to clean out. And if you can't stop him every step of the way, he is going to beat you. So I like the look personally, and I think Luke is well equipped to take this team and pilot it well.
So, Big Pugs, what do you think Luke and the Pittsburg Celesteela has to do to break through this rain? How's he going to weather the storm here?
So yeah, I was about to say, well, one thing about, you mentioned that Pat was struggling this season. I think a lot of the reason why he's struggling is a lot of the things he has always kind of, he's a good player and he can identify good Pokemon. And as we've begun to identify good Pokemon in the league, a lot of the things that he used to sat on used to get up-tiered. That kind of puts him in an unfamiliar position where he's still learning his team and he's learning how it works. I feel like that's where Luke's advantage is the fact that Luke definitely knows these mods. We've seen Luke be a long-time Ninetales Alola player. He's played Blaziken the entire season. He's played these things. He's been this way, so we know exactly, Luke has his style and he feels comfortable on it, where Pat is kind of adjusting. The other thing is Luke actually kind of has an interesting rain matchup. You know, the Superior is just naturally good, being a bulky grass type. But you also have things like the Salaman's Hurricane coming through, which is pretty much its strongest, most reliable stab in the rain. So I would love to see a special Salamence come out. You see things like Vaporeon, you know, one of the tankiest water absorbs you can get. So you have a great way to answer that Swampert coming in. You have a great way to answer that Barraskewda. And you even have like a Steel Trapper and a Thunderbot in Magneton. I think Luke has some nice ways to abuse the rain, you know, reflexively and kind of come back. And then you got to tie it all together where he does have this Ninetales Alola that can set Hail. So at any time that Luke gets that Ninetales Alola in and, you know, presses a Freeze Dry and resets that rain, it makes it really hard for Pat to kind of like keep that momentum up.
Very well said. All things considered, it's going to be a great match. Let's go on and watch the match. Let's go. The Pittsburg Celesteela is going to be on the player's side, while Bethlehem Braviaries is going to be on the opponent's side. Serena needs to get out of there. Flare Blitz does barely any damage onto the Politoed, but does get a little bit burn off. Speed Boost is up now.
Oh, wow, he's using the Z move. What is this? Z Bloom Doom. Okos. All right, Rain eliminated. That's going to be huge for Pittsburg Celesteela here. Although there is no Swampert, so we should keep note of that. But here comes Ludicolo. Protect for another speed boost. Going to outspeed the Swift Swim. Let's see what he goes from here.
Yeah, obvious sack here. I don't think Pat was really prepared for this Blaziken lead. Blaziken known more naturally as a cleaner, somebody who comes into the late game and uses that speed boost to, you know, chip off and get that speed to out damage at the end. But you see the Blaziken kind of getting utilized early here for some early breaking, taking out 2.5, almost 3 Mons by itself. 3 Mons by itself. Pat was not prepared for that early aggression.
Ninetales will be able to switch. No more rain for the rest of the game. However, everything but the Thunderous, that wanted rain is already gone. Now,
we do see that Flamethrower. We do see the special Salamence come out. He probably is backing that Hurricane that I mentioned.
Yeah, there's a good chance. It's also interesting to me to see an Akaberry on a dedicated rain team for the Ferrothorn. This man was terrified of taking a fire move, and at the end of the day, all he gets is a Gyro Ball for his trouble. So this is really looking good for the Pittsburg Celesteelas.
2 Pokemon left on the back-to-back champion side. This is insane.
Hilarious Weather Ball.
The weather, how did you do that? Oh my gosh, not a Weather Ball, Ice type.
An unlucky Poltergeist missed into the Wandering Spirit onto the Sarina, so she's now, you know, available to priorities. I don't think Luke has any in the back. We do see the Intimidate come through. Sarina revealing Scarf on this triple axle. That's going to bypass the Yachi Berry and take out the Salamence, unfortunately, for the Pittsburgh Celesteela side. It wasn't usually looking grim.
Hard touch, or hard to tell whether that's a good prep on the side of Braviaries or just unfortunate on the side of Luke. But
toxic mist. Wow.
That's going to kill off the Vaporeon. The Pittsburgh Celesteela lost their 5-2 lead. Now it's 2-2. Superior's in here now.
Leaf Storm coming out another miss.
Oh my god.
A super effective U-turn doing 49% to the Superior.
We get the
this
special
is
attack.
So unfortunate.
And a crit to kill.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You could not equip better plot armor if you tried. This is crazy.
Bethlehem Braviaries is coming back.
Another critical hit on the Scarf.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
Bad.
Oh.
The Pittsburgh Celesteela is going to lose this game. Bethlehem Braviaries is going to move on to the next round out of pure RNG craziness in this game. What did you think about it?
I mean, that's just tough breaks. At the end of the day, we all accept that we play a game where RNG is a mechanic. Every time we go into the game, you know, we tell ourselves that we can accept it. We tell ourselves we're willing to move on, but man, that one's gotta fucking hurt. That did not feel... I don't want to be mean. I know Pat's a great player. These are both great players. That one felt like sheer luck, and that's really sad for Luke, so I'm sad to see him go.
Yeah, I mean, that's 1 in 1,000 luck, but, you know, at this point, we've probably played about 1,000 games, so that's what you see. You know, unlucky for the side of the Celesteelas, but, you know, it is what it is. That's the game we play, and you do really hate to see it.
Surely, the 2 Toxics that missed, and the Leaf storm the miss might have turned around the game. Also, he had a
Multiple critical
5-2
hits as well.
lead. Insane. Multiple crits, too. Insane.
Power whip never missed at an 85% accuracy. Yeah, this is a wild.
The worst part is it's not that any of the buttons that the Pittsburgh Celestealas clicked were bad, right? Like, you go back, you rewatch that game, you're not like, oh, where did I misplay? What did I misclick? Like, I think it really does come down to RNG on that one, and that's just tough luck. That's all.
Tough breaks for the Pittsburgh Celesteela. Bethlehem Braviaries is going to have another shot at the championship. This is going to move on to the next round, and we are going to move on to the next battle.